Welcome back, fellow gamers. I want to talk to you today about the two Planeswalkers that will be in the Planeswalker decks in Aether Revolt, or Aether Revolt, depending on how you want to say it. So first off, these are very different than what was seen in Kaladesh. Kaladesh's Planeswalkers from the Planeswalker packs were pretty bad. These two Planeswalkers, however, are pretty good. And I'm gonna go into why I think they're pretty good. So first of all, we have Tezzert, we have Ajani, in case you didn't know. We'll start with Ajani. Ajani's plus abilities aren't really that spectacular. They're good, but they're not spectacular. Definitely the +1 helps, kind of filter stuff out, while the +2 allows you to kind of boost up your creatures. However, what I am interested in looking at is the minus ability. Now, I like to run a white, green, and black life gain deck, and I always felt that I was missing one or two win conditions, and his ultimate ability definitely gives you this in spades, especially if you're like me and you get up to like 200, 300, 400 life in a game, but you're kind of waiting for one extra piece to just finish off your opponent. It's not coming. Well, this gives you an ability to really slot that in and act as another win condition, and I really like that. I'm going to be picking this up and using it as one of my finishing pieces. Now, I do have ways of protecting Planeswalkers when I do play them in this deck, so that's already kind of built in. But if you're looking at getting Ajani and just utilizing him as your main piece, know that you do have to defend him, because he does take a while to tick up. Since he only starts at 4 and you need to get to 11 loyalty, and he doesn't even get any help from doubling season if you do have it, which I don't run in a life gain deck, and I don't foresee myself really doing that. So that's really, you need to build a wall of protection, whether it's from White's abilities for players not to attack you or just tax them for attacking. But again, I am excited for the possibility of winning games with this Ajani. Now, while that might not always be the case with Ajani, because maybe he gets killed or he just doesn't last long enough, the opposite is true with Tezzeret. Tezzeret is an absolute bomb, and look, I'm looking to pick him up right away before his price spikes. I don't know if he fits into Modern. I don't think he fits into Standard. I don't think there's enough artifact really support for him to really fit in Standard, but definitely Modern, I think maybe has a chance. But for EDH Commander, it's a slam dunk. You put him down and you -3, and if you have enough artifacts, you essentially are able to win the game then and there. Let alone the fact of, if you do get him to his ultimate, taking artifacts and creatures sets you up huge. This is a really good card, and I'm surprised that we got this in a pre-constructed deck that's essentially served as an intro deck. People were saying, I wonder how long it'll take for them to print a busted Planeswalker. I don't know if he's busted, but this is definitely the strongest Planeswalker out of the 4 that they've printed so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see something at this power level again, just because I was not expecting a card like this to appear in a... I would have been happy with this if it was in the main set. I would have been, yeah, that's cool, I'll go to my EDH deck. But to get it in a pre-constructed deck, it blows me away. Now, I'm not going to touch on the other Ajani, the Ajani that's in the set. I'm going to save that for when the rest of the set is spoiled and we can look at effective cards in Commander. But definitely I wanted to touch on these two for the Planeswalker decks, because I was surprised when I read them that they were actually decent. They were like the first go where you had Chandra pretty much not doing much, and Nissa, as well, like it was These ones though I'm excited for them. I'm really excited, and I think this is going to cause a lot of product to be opened, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Anyways, that's my opinion on the Planeswalkers. Let me know what you think. Are you excited? Are you kind of like, these are trash? What are you talking about, Jason? Get your head checked out. I would love to know in the comments. I'd like to know where you'd slot these two Planeswalkers in any of your Commander decks, or even Modern or Standard. If you think it belongs there, let me know. I would love to hear it. In the meantime, though, you can definitely check out some of my other videos right over here. You can also subscribe, which helps you and helps me. It lets you know when either I go live for my live streams, which, by the way, we do talk Magic the Gathering, even though I'm playing video games. But we also upload videos like this one, and you get notified when those videos go live. I'd like to thank you for making me a part of your day, and until next time, good gaming.